our lovely regional and international students. Thank you so very much for joining us for Pre-Departure Session 1, your one-stop orientation experience for all things returning and visiting and coming to St. Augustine in Trinidad and Tobago. We are exceptionally happy to have you here, and we are so happy to warmly welcome you when you do arrive. But of course, we want to prepare you all as best as we can before you arrive, and that's the goal of the session. So let me introduce myself. My name is Joseph Patty. I am the Student Engagement Assistant for Regional and International Students at the DSSD, and I'm joined by a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of people from the DSSD and accompanying officers who are here to support your transition to a new country, to a new experience. So I just want to say you all could shake off the nerves, shake off all those nerves. I want to see you all in the chat. Tell us where you're from. Go ahead and message and let us know what country you're repping. Rep your country with pride, because here in Trinidad and Tobago, we are very, very excited to welcome you and celebrate each and every culture and celebrate each and every experience with you. So I am going to send over to Jarrell for him to introduce himself and give welcome remarks. So Jarrell, over to you.
Thank you, Joseph, and good morning, everyone. It would be so lovely for those of you that might be able to put your camera on. It's a small group of us this morning, but a very, very important exercise. So if you are able to turn your camera on, we would love that. We encourage that. All right, so my name is Cheryl Alder. I'm the manager of student engagement. You heard Joseph mentioned a short while ago the DSSD, and I want to just take this opportunity to welcome you on behalf of the DSSD. The DSSD is an acronym that stands for the Division of Student Services and Development, a very, very important team that you would want to become familiar with. We are here to support your holistic development. We're here to support your success in every single way. So today's session forms part of our campus's first year experience program, FYE. And this program, you would soon come to appreciate, is really designed to support your transition. So we understand that you do have needs. This is a very exciting time, a new adventure, university, moving to a new country. And so through the first year experience program, you will find that we have a number of initiatives, services, as well as resources that are just to support your success. So we're asking you to stay with us. Today is just one of many things to come, and you will hear more about it today. So I want to formally welcome you, to say thank you for choosing us at the UWI St. Augustine campus. And of course, you do have a team now, a new family that are very, very excited to support you every single step of the way. So you're definitely in the right place and at the right time. So hang tight today. We have a lot of stuff to share with you. And I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks when you get to Trinidad and Tobago. So thank you, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you. And Joseph, I'm handing back to you.
Thanks so much, Jarrell. Thank you for that welcome. So we just want to do a little engagement session to kind of shake off that nerves. I know persons might be a little bit nervous entering a new space, meeting new people, people from different countries. You know, we all are accustomed to our own individual spaces and accustomed to what is the norm in our countries. So I just want to do a little engagement session here where I saw some lovely countries listed in the chat, and I think that's wonderful, and I'm glad. I want to encourage you all to continue to share where you're from. But in that vein, I want everyone, if possible, you can by raise of hand, or if you feel more comfortable to put it in the chat, tell us one thing that you are excited to bring to Trinidad and Tobago from your home country. Something that is so essential to your home country and you want to bring to Trinidad and Tobago. So for example, if I was going to another country, I am from Trinidad. If I was going to another country, I definitely bring in some Trinidadian pepper sauce with me. So that's something that I for sure am taking. So let me know what you all are bringing to Trinidad and Tobago. You can feel free to raise your hand and unmute your mic so that we can hear that lovely blend of voices, or you can put it in the chat. Zoe says Bajan seasoning. Bajan seasoning for Joey, for sure. I understand. I understand. Vanilla Lasco. Lasco as in the milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love Lasco as well. Can I get a brave volunteer to unmute their mic and tell us what you're bringing to Trinidad and Tobago, what you must have with you? Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, yes, let's say it.
I would say my playlist from Jamaica. So a lot of dancehall and reggae music. So not something physical, but my playlist.
Thank you so much. That was Janelle, I believe. Thank you so much, Janelle. Yes, dancehall. Oh, we love dancehall in Trinidad, so by all means, bring it over. No problem, those saying who they are at work and listening in, that's fine. I'm glad that you all could join us. So Janelle, thank you for sharing, and I love that people said that they were bringing things to eat, like Bajan seasoning and vanilla Alaska. Fully understood. Like I said, I would bring pepper sauce, so I fully understand. In that vein, though, we want to introduce you to a wonderful, wonderful person who's here to support your transition from your country into Trinidad and Tobago, and that is Miss Gabrielle Russo, and she's going to speak to you all about immigration matters.
Hi. So, good morning, students, and congratulations on this new step that you have taken in your life. It is indeed a journey and one where you have excellent support on this campus. So, I'm going to get right into it because I see some of us are at work and listening in, so we don't want you to get into too much trouble at work. All right. So, from on the chat, has anyone been to Trinidad before? I'll just give you all a minute to answer. Has anybody ever visited Trinidad? Do we have any international students on board? I have seen a lot of our CARICOM and regional brothers and sisters. I'm not sure if we have any international people on board today. Okay, all right, no problem. So for our regional brothers and sisters who are from the CARICOM, so our CARICOM states are like Antigua, Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, Montserrat, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname. We have some associate members, Anguilla, Bermuda, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Curacao, and Turks and Caicos. All of those islands that I just stated there are considered our CARICOM brothers and sisters. So you all do not need a visa to come to enter Trinidad and Tobago. However, your passport must be valid for your stay here. When you have to renew your passport, when you're here, it takes a lot of time. You are without that secondary form of ID. So it's really good to ensure that you have at least 6 months still in your passport. All right. We do have the various consulates here in Trinidad that you can send your passports to and have them renewed, but it does take time and it takes away from your studies, and it generally just takes a lot of time. So as I stated before, you all don't have to get visas. What you do enter into Piarco Airport, that's our airport, you have to present your letter of acceptance, paper-based, not on your phone. Try very best to have it printed, right? So have your letter of acceptance, make sure your passport is out, and you are presenting that to the immigration officers at Piarco Airport. Also, your names should be on a list, right? This list will be sent, to Piarco from one of our other staff members here at UWI. They ensure that your names are on that list so they have something to compare it to when you get in. So that is for our CARICOM brothers and sisters. So make sure you have that checklist. You have your valid passport, you have your letter of acceptance, and you should be good to go. For our international students, however, you do have to apply for a visa. I will be putting the link in the chat box so that you can read at your leisure what is needed. Your passport also has to be valid as well. I will suggest that you apply for the multiple entry passport because invariably you will be visiting Tobago. Most of our students do take the opportunity while they are here to go visit Tobago, or for the international students, even visit some of the other islands. it is imperative that if you are going to do this, that you apply for the multiple entry visa. This saves you having to pay a certain amount every time you leave the country and have to come back in, right? So the fees for that are approximately 400 TT, right? On the website, it explains it a bit further, exactly the documents that you will have to get, right? Again, you also have to work with your letter of acceptance. Make sure it's a hard copy when you're coming in, and you have to present that to the immigration officer at Piako Airport, right? I will be posting up those links on the chat so that everyone can see. Further to this, when you're traveling, there are certain items, just as in any other country, that you may not be able to work with. So do also check your embassies, check your consulates for that list. Currently, we know that the environment coming to and from the international airports is a little, what's the word I should use? It's a little hectic right now. So do pay attention to what you're packing, how you're packing. And I know Joseph will probably highlight a little more on packing and stuff like that a little later down in our sessions today. So do you all have any further questions for me in terms of immigration before I hand back over?
Okay, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you're saying that,
Kareem, mm-hmm.
yes, okay, so you're saying that at the airport, all we need is the hard copy letter of acceptance and just our passport?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Make sure it's hard
Okay.
copy, right? And it's not blurry or anything, and it can be read clearly. No, I know I'm stressing on it, but please, 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 that acceptance letter is very important. Reason being, just in case you get stamped short, we will ask, did you present that letter? If you don't, let me put it like this. If you don't present your letter, especially as an international student, you may be only given 90 days. The implication of just getting 90 days is that you will have to now go down to the immigration division to have an extension done. That you're going to have to pay so that you can stay here for the rest of the academic year, right? CARICOM students as well, sometimes, because we don't control the immigration officers, sometimes you may get stamped for 6 months as well. Once that is done, you need to bring that to my attention as soon as possible, right? We are currently working to ensure that this is not done, especially for your first time visit. We would really like you to have a smooth entrance into the system and that you are covered for the academic year. Do not be afraid to ask them, why did you not stamp me for the full academic year? It's just a simple question because you have presented your letter of acceptance. Any further questions? Any inquiries? Yes, you can go to Tobago. It is part of we are a twin island, so you can travel to Tobago freely. Our CARICOM brothers and sisters, you all can travel interchangeably. It's not a problem to the other islands. But as I said before, you do need a multiple entry visa if you are an international student. Okay, thanks, Lorenzo. All right, so if that's the case, I'll be posting up all the links and you all will see them come up here. And the student engagement team will also probably share some further information with you all if needs be. All right, so back over to you, Hassan.
Thank you so much, Ms. Russo. And I want you all to really take into consideration how important it is to have your documentation ready and prepared. It really does save you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of hassle. And of course, at the end of the day, you don't want to be paying additional fines that you don't need to pay. So thank you very much, Ms. Russo. Before I move on, I just want to ask all of our attendees, all original international students, I'm sure you all would have heard a bit or two about Trinidad and Tobago. I want you all to tell us in the chat or on your mic what you're most excited about in visiting Trinidad and Tobago. What have you heard about? What are you excited to see? What are you excited to do? Excited to learn? Music and festivals, definitely. Doubles. I was waiting for someone to say doubles. Yes, doubles and roti. Correct is right. Our doubles is famous all over the world. The music, yes, soca, calypso, folk, very, very important. Chutney, very, very important. Things in Trinidad and Tobago, very important to our culture. And we love when we're able to share that culture, and we're very excited to share that culture with you. Food, definitely. Of course, there's carnival. I must say we have a good carnival. I have to say it from the bottom of my heart. I love carnival, so definitely the accent. Janelle says the accent. Yes, we've been told we have unique accents here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we're very excited for you all to come and participate in our culture, learn, absorb, share your culture with us, all things that we're very excited about. And I do want to also inform everybody that on the FYE website, which we will share the link to, there is a regional and international page dedicated just for regional and international information. So you can learn where persons are coming from. You can learn all the interesting things we have here on campus, the activities we have here on campus, the orientation events that we have catered for you specifically as regional and international students. So I'm definitely going to encourage you all to visit the FYE website. And at this point, I would like to hand over to my colleagues, Megan and Jarell, who will be discussing preparations for travel, so all the tips and tricks that you need for traveling, and of course, your orientation and transition to the UWI St. Augustine. So over to you, Jarell and Megan.
Hi to our incoming regional and international UWI Pelicans. My name is Megan, and I am here to help you feel confident and ready as you prepare for your journey to the UWI St. Augustine campus. So I'm going to share some tips about what you can start doing from now up until our second pre-departure session, just to get ahead of the game and to prepare for a smooth transition. So first tip, organize and secure your key documents. I know Miss Gabrielle Rousseau, she touched on this before, but I just want to reiterate, make sure that your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. You want to locate and scan your important documents, which is your UWI acceptance letter, any immigration letters, immunization card, student visa if required, any accommodation confirmations. Save them digitally. Also print at least 2 hard copies to carry in your hand luggage. Yes, so you start early and you'll thank yourself later on when everything is already organized and ready to go. Students that have visa requirements, it will vary depending on the country of your origin. Students from CARICOM territories may not need a visa, will not need a visa, but our international students, they can always check with their local Trinidad and Tobago embassy or the consulate. And I'm sure Ms. Gabrielle Rousseau can speak more on that as well. Second tip, you can begin exploring flights if you have not already. You can use tools like Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Kiwi.com to compare options. Another tip, you can use incognito mode or private browsing to avoid cookies and tracking your searches and increasing the price over time with things that you're interested in. And you also want to monitor the prices, trends, layovers, and its duration, baggage allowance, right? So some budget airlines, they even charge for carry-ons. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. You also, if you are interested in partaking in our UWI Airport meet and greet service, I will say an ideal window to come into Trinidad would be between August 18th to the 22nd, right? But you'll get more details on that soon. So if you're not booking right away, you want to start watching trends, setting up price alerts and stuff like that. So in certain websites, you can actually set up price alerts. Yeah. Third tip, you want to confirm or apply for your accommodations. If you've already applied to the UWI hall accommodations, that's great. If not, it's not too late. Reach out to the hall accommodation office for available spots and guidance. If staying off campus, you want to confirm your external arrangements and ensure that you have a signed rental agreement, right? Locking in where you'll be staying brings a lot of peace of mind, even from now. Fourth tip, financial planning. If you can notify your bank early on about your upcoming travel, or you can do so closer to your departure date, right? Around, let's say, a week before. right? You can start exploring how you will be accessing your money in Trinidad, whether it's a debit or credit card, prepaid travel cards. These are great for budgeting and for safety as well. You ensure your card is accepted internationally and has TT, Trinidad and Tobago dollar withdrawal capabilities. Yes, or wire transfers and bank drafts. You can send your funds to yourself or a local bank. And you can set up a bank account once you've opened it up here. So understanding how your money will move abroad gives you a better sense of control and preparedness. And my last and final tip is to keep track of essentials that you need to buy or pack, right? So you can use your notes app on your phone or just have a physical list and jot down things as they come to mind, like your medication, special toiletries, your clothing items, and favorite brands or products that you may not necessarily find easily in Trinidad, or if it's more affordable where you are from. So keep that list handy so that you can add as you go. It helps you shop intentionally and you can avoid forgetting important items. Yes? So prep without overpacking. Carry only what's necessary, I would say, for at least your first 2 weeks, because of course you're going to be purchasing things and items in Trinidad when you come. Check your air, and another important thing that I will stress on, to check your airline's baggage allowance before booking. So think light and intentional when it comes to packing. So that's your early checklist from me that you can get started on from now up until our second session that will be taking place on August 8th. So until then, happy prepping and welcome to the UWI Pelican family.
Thank you so very much, Megan. Some very, very useful tips. I'm hoping that we've been taking notes. Such a very warm welcome already being extended, and I'm hoping that you're already beginning to get the reassurance that you've made the right choice and that you definitely have support as you start this next chapter of your journey. So I just want to contextualize a little further what we are seeking to do for you at the UWI St. Augustine campus. So through our First Year Experience program, as mentioned earlier, we are really about supporting your successful transition. We understand that transition has several different phases to it, and you will also have varying needs as you progress through this process. So we are really here through this program to ensure that you are fully integrated, to ensure that your informational needs are met also, that you have a really successful start to your first year of study and of course beyond. So as part of the FYE program, there are a few things that you can look forward to specifically as we international students. So you heard earlier mention of airport meet and greet. This is an initiative that we have as part of FYE, and as the name suggests, it's a meet and greet service. So soon you'll get some information about registering for this. It's simply completing an online registration form, providing us with details relative to your flight info, and perhaps where you would also be staying in Trinidad and Tobago, so that we can sort of help you with making arrangements for that transfer, that airport transfer to where you'll be residing in Trinidad. All right. So you can look out for an email from us post today's session, and that email will have details on airport meet and greet. And your action at that point is to complete the registration. Of course, if you're under the age of 18, you will be required to have consent from your parents or guardians. But certainly for those of us who are over the age of 18, we invite you to complete that registration. All right. So it's a simple registration form. You share the details with us. You'll also have our contact information for any additional support that you need. So again, airport meet and greet is all about facilitating your physical transfer from the airport when you get here to the Piarco International Airport in Trinidad and Tobago, facilitating that transfer from the airport to where you'll be residing in Trinidad. All right, so that's one initiative that you can look forward to. Subsequent to airport meet and greet, we will have our regional and international student orientation, which we call check-in. We're very excited about this initiative. This is exclusively for regional and international students. This is where we do a lot of things. We have a fantastic welcome reception that's being planned for you. You can also look forward to a personal shopping day where we, would support with getting you set up, actually taking you to local stores here in Trinidad so that you can get essentials that you need to get settled, among other things. You can also look forward to some very exciting activities, which Joseph and the team will share more with you about, just to again get you acquainted with your new environment and to ensure that you feel fully immersed into this new community that you'll be a part of, this new family that is the UWI St. Augustine campus. So we're asking you at this time, students, to just stay with us. Our FYU website is a very, very important resource that you want to become familiar with. As you heard from Joseph earlier, there is a dedicated webpage on that website for regional and international students. So if you have not already done so, we're asking that you visit that website, get familiar with the information that's there, ensure that you participate in FYE, because again, it is here to ensure that you have a successful start to your first year of study. So that's about it that I want to share at this point. Of course, there's so much more to share with you, but at this point, we want to reinforce that we have an FYE program in place to support your success, and we are asking that you participate in the initiatives that are specific for regional international students, and of course, all the other initiatives as part of FYE. So we look forward to your participation, and we look forward, of course, to connecting with you. The countdown is on. The countdown to the new academic year is on, and we certainly look forward to welcoming you to Sweet T&T, as we like to say. So, Joseph, I'm handing back to you.
Thank you so much, Jarrell, and thank you, Megan, both for the tips and the upcoming orientation initiatives that we have planned for you guys as regional and international students. I saw someone posted a very, very interesting comment in the chat, which was sad to miss out on some of the mixers, and that's completely understandable. But as my colleague Jarrell was saying, we do have a very dedicated program for regional and international students specifically. And at check-in, which is what he was mentioning is our orientation initiative, that is really a chance for you to explore what the culture of Trinidad and Tobago is, meet students from here, meet the other students from other countries that are coming in. It's a wonderful section. It has culture, fun, games, giveaways, important information, music, dance. So those are things that you'll definitely want to be involved in. So keep up with the FYE website. I cannot stress how important that is for you to know exactly when these initiatives are. Make sure that you are registered for these initiatives, because we can only cater for you if you're registered and you let us know when you're coming in. So ensure to fill out the airport meet and greet form so we could welcome you all, especially at the airport, because we know flying is an uncomfortable experience for some, and we want to make your arrival as comfortable as possible. So at this time, I want to put out a little bit of a task to you guys. As our incoming regional and international students, your experience is a very unique one, and we would love for you to document that experience. And I say that in terms of take videos of you packing, take videos of how you might be feeling traveling through the airport. Hezekiah, I see your question. I'll get to you in 1 second, right? I see your hand. Just ensure to take videos and document your experience. Document when you land in Trinidad, document what you see, take videos of what you explore for the first time, take videos with people that you meet, and we want you all to compile those videos and send it to us eventually. We will put out a call in a Tableau or a video format. TikTok is a wonderful thing, and I know a lot of people are familiar with it, so I do encourage you all to use it. Keep up with us on Instagram. We are very active on our Instagram. That's at TSSD_UWSCA, and of course the UWI St. Augustine's Instagram as well. Lorenzo said recording is not my strong suit. I'll try, and that's absolutely fine. I just encourage you to immerse yourself in this experience. It's a wonderful opportunity. You have made the right decision. You have made a wonderful decision in wanting to come to Trinidad to be able to study, and I'm sure it will be rewarding. Let me get to that hand I saw. You had a question?
Good morning. Thank you so much for acknowledging my hand. I'm actually sitting in for my nephew. He's on a little vacation job. So he sent the link to me this morning. I think he forgot about it, and I just jumped on while it was already in progress. So the question I have is, he's a student that is traveling from Barbados. I am actually living in Trinidad. So I saw that the young lady was given a checklist more or less of some items that should be readily having to come. And she spoke about vaccination cards. So I just wanted to reconfirm. I also would have snapped the website to just go and refer back to it. But I just wanted to find out about that aspect, the vaccination card. Is it a specific vaccination, or is that his vaccination card maybe as a child growing up, or is that not applicable for Barbados student?
It depends on what faculty you're going to be attached to. If you're a med-sci student, most definitely you will have to work with your vaccination cards, as you will have a medical that you would have to do. I'm not sure if you have to do it prior to coming into the country, but that would be on your list of stuff through the med-sci faculty. So do double check that if you are coming in to do med-sci as well as the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, I believe, because I know there are certain courses where you have to make sure that you are immunized with certain things. Also, maybe engineering as well, because the tetanus injection, because you will be dealing with tools and stuff like that. So I do think that everyone should work with their vaccination cards. In Trinidad, it's a bit different. I don't know how the individual countries have their vaccination cards, if it's separate from childhood to adult. Our cards are more or less in one. So if you do have two separate cards, do work with them, or make a copy that you can put into your travel package, right? But make sure and work with you can copy the old one and work with your most recent one, because I'm not sure how other countries would have their vaccination cards. So I do hope that answers your question, Nancy.
Thank you so much.
It's very situational, let me put it like that. So what you want to do is you want to check on what is specific to your case, because of course persons are coming from different territories. And to add to what Ms. Russo shared earlier, we have a health services unit on campus as well. So this would be the entity that will guide you on all things medical related. So you do know that there is a medical required of you as an incoming student. So the health services unit is definitely the entity that you want to engage with further guidance. All right. So if you haven't already checked out their website, I would encourage that you do so, and team will ask if it is that we can also place the link to the website in the chat. All right. So in addition to what was shared today, you want to also be guided by the regulations that will be communicated by our health services unit on medical matters. All right.
Thanks so much, Jarrell, for that. Yes, definitely. And just as a general rule of thumb, it's not a bad idea to travel with your immunization card. If you have more than one, bring all. just a good idea, just to keep yourself in check, so you don't run into any issues. It's always a good idea to just travel with your vaccination card, because you never know in certain instances. So thank you very much for your question, and I hope you were able to provide clarification. And yes, as Jarrell said, our HSU Health Services Unit, which is available to all students, very good healthcare advice, healthcare information, especially when it comes to travel. So you all could definitely check out. We'll put that link to their portion of the website in the chat. And at this time, I would like to introduce you all to a very special member of the campus community. He is from the Guild of Students. The Guild is your representative body for student matters. They represent you to administration. They look out for your well-being, and they have some really cool events. So I will introduce now the UWI St. Augustine Guild International Affairs Committee Chairperson, Mr. Naresh Jackman. Naresh, over to you.
All right. Now, when I get my bags ready, figuring out how to get to UWI, wondering if my dorm really looked like the pictures online. But honestly, all I could think about was where I could get some nice hot doubles. It was like my brain went immigration, check. Check customs, check. Luggage, check. Doubles, a need. Safe to say, guys, it has been a learning experience from day one. And that's exactly what UWI is. One big life-changing learning experience. So who am I? And why am I here talking to you? My name is Naresh Agjanan, and I have the honor of serving as the International Affairs Committee Chairperson on your UWI St. Augustine Guild of Students. The Guild really is the official fight for your rights and create spaces for you to grow, not just as a student, but as a whole person. Now, within the Guild of Students, the International Affairs Committee, also known as the IAC, is essentially, put it this way, your home away from home, especially for students like yourself, coming from across the Caribbean and beyond. Our committee brings together 13 regional associations, including students from Guyana, Belize, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, the Bahamas, and so many more. Now, why does all of this even matter? Being away from home is not easy. I will know myself. I am a regional student. I have been through the homesickness, the culture shock, the confusion with the transport system, and the grocery store moments when you realize that they ran out of sting during the exam season. Like you had one job. But here's the thing. When you have a strong student support system around you, it makes everything easier. And that's exactly what the ISC is. And that's why we want you to engage, to participate, and most of all, to feel like you belong. Now, for the upcoming academic year, students can expect an exciting mix of academic challenges, cultural experiences, and all in all, a vibrant student community. From engaging orientation activities to opening mixer and welcome packages to hands-on activities during Caribbean Integration Week, campus life will be buzzing with fun and opportunity. This we can promise. This year is designed to support your transition, to amplify your voice, and to make UWI St. Augustine feel like your second home. So to all of you, once again, welcome in advance to UWI St. Augustine. You're not just joining a university, you're becoming part of a vibrant, diverse, and resilient student family. And we, at the ISC, are expected to meet you, support you, and to celebrate with you. So when you arrive, don't be afraid to seek us out, whether it's online, at your office, or through your regional associations. We are here for you. And so I thank you all once again, and I do look forward to seeing you all in Trinidad.
Thank you so very much, Naresh. I really appreciate you giving that very, very warm welcome, I must say. So our regional international students, the IAC is here to support you. The Guild is there to support you. So definitely get involved on the regional and international webpage that I was telling you all about. You can find a listing and descriptions, and as well links to the Instagram pages of all the island associations that we have on campus. So I encourage you to get involved with them. There's an island association for everyone, really and truly. So get involved with them, and I'm sure it will be an engaging academic year for you. So at this time, I would like to direct your attention to some wonderful testimonials that we have of students who have passed through this very same program that you're now enrolled in. And these are regional and international testimonials. So I encourage you all to absorb the experiences of others who have passed before you so that you can kind of know what to expect.
Hi everyone, my name is Priscilla, and 1 year ago, I was in your situation. I was coming to UWI as a first year student, and I had no idea where I was going to get anything. Luckily, the DSSD's first year experience activities catered to regional and international students really helped me. So taxi from the airport to hall, no problem. Meeting new people, no problem. Shopping, no problem. When I got to the airport, there was somebody waiting there to take my bags, and I got to hall with absolute ease. And in addition to that, I got to meet so many new people in their check-in weekend, and a lot of them were actually still friends today. We actually live on hall together. And lastly, I got to be a part of the shopping day, which I'm so grateful for, because I got my pans, fans, groceries, everything that I needed to get myself settled in to my first week on hall. And it really helped set the tone for my first year, which ended up being such an amazing experience. And so I hope that you would be a part of the first year experience activities that are offered by the DSSD. And I hope that you have the best first year experience possible.
Hello everybody, my name is Andre Matheson, and I am a Allowance Management Evaluation student heading to my second year at the University of West Indies. When I arrived at Trinidad, I was met by the team of the DSS who organized an airport meet and greet. And that event was fantastic because it reassured us as incoming students that we're not alone and we're actually met by some persons who actually care about us, one organization in this world. So that small act of kindness that they showed to us as we came in from abroad, that help goes a long way. It helps give us the reassurance that we're not alone and that UWI is more than just academics. It's a more community that truly cares about everyone, especially that team at the DSS. So to all incoming students, I want to assure you that from my personal experience, you're not alone. Congratulations and welcome to you.
So wonderful to see messages so warm and as inviting as those. And you know, it's really so interesting that these students who would have passed through programs like this that you are now going through really made the most of the experience by taking advantage of everything that was offered to them. So I encourage all of you, get involved, take advantage of all the opportunities that you have to ease your transition from your home country to your new home country, really, for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, however long you're here for your degree or your program, and really just absorb all the information, absorb all the relationships, absorb all the experiences that you can, because it really is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful opportunity. So thank you to those two students for sharing that wonderful testimonial. And if you all could give them some love in the chat, that would be really nice, because they would have once been, a little nervous or a little uncertain of what's to come, and they passed through the program and they're much better for it, and that's something that I personally love to see, and I can't wait for you all to experience the same thing. So at this time, I am going to open up the room for a Q&A segment. Any questions, any concerns that you might have that we may be able to alleviate, please feel free to ask them. We are here to support you. We are here to help you. So I could invite you to raise your hand if you would like to, or just type it in the chat. Any questions on immigration? Any questions on what to expect? Any questions on which beach might be the most fun beach? Anything like that? Any questions that you have? And of course, Narish would have just posted the international student community in the chat. So that's a WhatsApp group with all these international and regional students. So you'll feel free to join that chat. So he says, I'm arriving on the 22nd of August. Is that too late? No, I wouldn't say it's too late. So if that's the available time and flight that you have, then that's no problem. There's a overwhelming amount of orientation initiatives that are catered not just for regional and international students, but incoming students on a whole. So no, that's not too late at all. Janelle says, is the airport meet and greet done on multiple days since some would arrive on different days and times? Yes, the airport meet and greet is carded from the 18th to the 22nd of August and different times as well. So you ensure to fill out the form and let us know what date and time you are arriving, because there are multiple days and multiple different times that we will be there at the airport to welcome you. If it's a case, this is a direct message. If it's a case where I'm arriving on the 23rd, would the airport meet and greet still be available to me? So unfortunately, the airport meet and greet is from the 18th, like I said, the 18th to the 22nd. However, the taxi service will still be available for you. So you could always include that on the form when you're filling it out, or you could send us a direct message. There would still be transportation available to you, but only if you let us know from before so that it can be arranged and organized. Laura asked, what day are we expected to be on campus? That's dependent on when you get your flight, what time you're able to arrive. It's just whenever it's most convenient and affordable to you. So you just let us know through the form as well, the airport meet and greet form, the date and time that you are arriving on campus. But orientation initiatives, the real heavy orientation initiatives like faculty orientation and all those things are normally carded for the second to last week in August to the first and second week of September, because that's when the semester kicks off. So you ideally want to arrive a little bit before then or during that period. Is 6:15 a.m. too early for the meet and greet? Megan, I'm going to hand that question over to you.
It's definitely not too early. So once you give us your information, we will make the adequate arrangements so that our preferred taxi service provider will be there and ready to take you to your accommodation. So that's not a problem.
Okay, wonderful. I'm really liking these questions, very important questions. I encourage you all to continue submitting your questions. We still have a little bit of time left in the session, so go ahead and if you have any, also no question is a silly question. This is a new environment. We understand that it may be a little nerve-wracking, so we're here to help. We're here to alleviate. So if you all have any more questions, I'll leave the Q&A up for maybe about 2 minutes more. Any additional questions? Do you know when registration opens? So the registration period opens. Oh, yes.
Joseph, allow me to share on that point, please. So students or incoming students, we have what's called an academic calendar that will soon be shared with you. You would also soon be able to access that calendar via our campus's digital platforms. It's not yet published. Some dates are still being finalized, but that's definitely a resource that you want to take note of. So the academic calendar would contain a key date that you need to know: start of the semester, start of the registration period, the start of teaching, when exams are scheduled for, etc. All right, so you can look forward to that being published soon, and you will be guided as it relates to dates and periods from that calendar. I can share with you now that registration is expected, or the semester rather, is expected to commence on the 24th of August. However, I must make it known that this is still in draft. So when it's finalized and it's published, you will definitely be notified. So as it is now, we have the 24th of August as a tentative date for the start of the semester. So as you're making travel plans, and as you heard from Joseph before, you'd want to get here ideally before, because participating in these orientation activities can only benefit you. It's very, very important that you participate. So in an ideal scenario, if you can get here before the 24th of August, you will be better for it. All right. So again, the academic calendar is what will guide you as relates to key dates and periods on campus. It's not yet finalized, but will be published soon. And once published, of course, we will also notify you, but we encourage you to keep visiting our digital platforms on campus so that you can access this and more important information that you will need as you transition. All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jarrell. And I see that Janelle is asking, orientation is on the 2nd of September. If we arrive on August 22nd, would be able to get into our dorm rooms by then? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Our accommodations office and our halls are working round the clock. So you just inform them when you're arriving and they would organize for your rooms to be ready. Courtney asks, can regional students have the opportunity to work on campus? At St. Augustine, we have a variety of employment opportunities for all students. It's based on the availability, and it's based on the area that you are assigned to or where you want to work in. So we have some faculty-specific jobs, we have administrative assistant jobs, we have engagement opportunity jobs on a case-by-case basis. So when you get here, you're able to, kind of feel out where you might want to work or where you might want to apply areas of interest, and then you can see what works best for you. And of course, it's based on availability. Mikhail James asks, must the medical form be filled out before we come to the island? Now, I'm going to ask you to clarify which medical form you're talking about. If you're talking about the university's medical form, as in for registration, ideally, it's best that that form is filled out as soon as possible. Now, I'm not saying that that will deny you registration or entry into the island. It will not, but it is just recommended that you do it as soon as you can so that it's processed as soon as possible. Right, and if there are no more questions, I am going to, yes, Lorenzo, I see your hand is raised. You could go ahead and ask your question.
Sorry, I had the poll open. I wanted to ask about the shopping day. I come in on the 22nd, right? I was told that the rooms, I might need to get a fan. Would there be a way for me to get one that same day, or would I have to wait?
So the shopping day is tentatively carded for the day after the 22nd. Now that will be confirmed via email and through the FYE calendar, because it is still in the planning phase, of course, because we have to cater to when the majority of all of our regional international students arrive to know when is the best thing. But at the shopping day, we do take you out to a specific store where you can get a fan. So it's up to you. If you feel like you are really warm and you do need the fan, by all means, I would encourage you, if you're able to go and get it. Of course, don't go by yourself. Take someone with you. travel in pairs. That's always my advice, travel in pairs or travel in a group. But the shopping day does allow you the opportunity to get a fan. So once the dates are finalized and confirmed, that will be sent to you so you could know how best to arrange yourself. So
Okay.
yes. So
Thank you
I'm
very
delving
much.
back. Not a problem. So as I was saying, you all, I really want to say thank you for joining. We are super, super excited to welcome you, not just to St. Augustine, but to Trinidad and Tobago on a whole. I really can't say to you all, it is a very, very, very unique island. The culture is wonderful, it's explorative, and I always say there's something for everybody here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we can't wait for you all to arrive. We can't wait to welcome you all in person at meet and greet and the check-in session. And we're just looking out and we want the best for you and we want you all to be as engaged as possible. So once again, I'm going to say welcome, welcome, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. I think now we could end the poll. And I got a private message. It's Risha asked, how can I get into the WhatsApp group? So the WhatsApp group was posted on the chat. Narish shared it, and as well, it would be sent around via official channels. I could always send an email to all of our regional and international students, letting them know about the WhatsApp group and the link to join. So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining. We can't wait to welcome you all. I love the wonderful mix of countries that we have entering Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to remind you all again, the second pre-departure session is on August the 8th. You will get a link in your email to the session. So enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and we can't wait to welcome you to Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment,
share, and subscribe.